Okay, we start now. We start now. Good afternoon, everyone. what we learned in last lecture? Hmm? In second, we start second chapter and review of the first chapter. Okay. In second chapter, we first point is looking inside machine learning. What we learn in that? What actually machine learning model inside view, which process is going inside the model. We see in this point. Next, next point. Impact of machine learning on application. What is the impact when machine learning model is running? In that we see what is the impact on healthcare, what is the impact of government. Next, government module, what is the impact of marketing and sale module. Next, what is the impact of e-commerce and social media. When we run machine learning model, what exactly impact of machine learning? Then what is the impact of transportation? How machine learning model run in transportation? Next, financial services. What are the financial services? Is there how machine learning model works in financial services? Future of AI and machine learning in the industry. What exactly machine learning model do? What is the impact of oil and gas of machine learning model? Next, manufacturing model. Next, we see what is data preparation. When we design machine learning model, what exactly data we prepare? For that, we see how many facts. Eight. First, discovering interactive exploration, structuring. Next, after structuring your model, next point is cleaning during the clear stage. Means whatever data you have to take, remaining data you want to clear this remaining data. Next, enriching the data requirement to build. Next, validate the machine learning module. After creating the machine learning model, you have to check this model is properly working or not. If properly working, then no problem. But there is some mistake or some errors, then you have to go to building module. Then rebuild that module and then check it. Still it's currently working or not. After validation, you have to select two point in that tune or deploy. Okay. Next, life cycle of machine learning model. What is the process of machine learning model? What steps is going to develop the machine learning model? Machine learning life cycle is defined as cyclic process which involve three phases. We involve three phases. First is pipeline development. Second, training phase. Third, inference phase. Acquired by data scientists and data engineering to develop it, train it, and serve the model using the huge amount of data that are involved in various applications. Means when you design machine learning model, after the deployment, there are some steps you have to go on that steps. First development, next training and serve. When your model is running, you have to check each and every steps on your model. The model using huge amount of data that are involved in various applications so that organization can take advantages of artificial intelligence. Students are unmuted. Please unmute your audio, all of you. Unmute. Sorry. Some students are unmuted. Please mute all of you. Okay. Then we have to use advantages of artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithm to derive the practical business value. The first steps in machine learning life cycle consist of transferring raw data into cleaned data set. First, you have to transfer your raw data to data set. That data set is often shared and reused. Whatever data you transferred, you have to assign sharing or reuse of your data. If analyst or data scientist who encounter the issue in your received data, when data analyst or your data scientist you received any issue, they need to access original data also and transformation script also. There are a variety of reasons that we may want to return to earlier version of our model and data. For example, finding the earlier best version may require searching through many alternatives versions as module unavoidable degrade in their predictive power. There are many reasons for this degradation, like shift in the distributions of data that can be result in a rapid decline in predictive power as comparison of error. Diagnosis your model. Diagnosing this decline may require comparing training data with live data, retraining the model. Means if any error or issues of your data, then data scientists to retain the model, revisiting earlier design, next, or redesigning the model, all rights assigned to the data scientist. Just images are not displayed. Learning from mistakes. Okay, it's okay. Learning from mistakes. The development of model requires separate training and testing data sets. Overuse of testing data during the training can lead to poor generalization and performance, as they may lead to overfitting. Context plays a vital role here. Hence, it is necessary to understand which data are being used to train the intended model and with which configurations. The machine learning lifecycle is driven because the model and output of training is linked to the data on which it was trained. An overview of end-to-end machine learning pipeline with data point of view. Next, steps of machine learning model. Steps involved in machine learning life cycle. What are the steps to build the model? How to run machine learning? What are the life cycle from birth to date model? Machine learning developer constantly perform experimentation. Machine learning developer constantly perform experimentation with new data set, models, software libraries, tuning parameters. In order to optimize and enhance the model accuracy. For what? They have to perform that steps to enhance the model accuracy. Since the model performance depend completely on the input data. Yes, your machine learning model is completely dependent on your input data and your training process. First steps of machine learning life cycle, that is building the machine learning model. First, build the machine learning model. This step decide the type of model based on the application, which is the type, which model you have used on your particular application. It also find that the application of model in which model learning stage, so that they can be designed properly according to the need of an intended application. A variety of machine learning models are available, such as supervised model, unsupervised model, classification model, regression model, clustering model, and reinforcement model. You have to choose one model out of this model. First steps of machine learning life cycle, you have to choose one model which is suitable for your application. You have to decide. A close insight is depicted in figure below. Data preparation, second step of life cycle, data preparation. You know what is data preparation. A variety of data can be used as an input for machine learning purpose. Yes, variety of data you have. This data can be come from number of sources. Yes, this data is come from number of sources such as business, pharmaceutical companies, LOT devices, enterprises, banks, hospitals, etc. Large volume of data are provided at the learning stage of machines. Since as the number of data increases, it aligns towards yielding desired result. This output data can be used for analysis. Yes, output of data preparation. You have to use this output for your data analysis or to feed as an input into another machine learning application or system for which it will act as a seed. Next steps of machine learning life cycle. This stage is concerned with creating a model from the data given to it after the data preparation. Next step is model training. This stage is concerned with creating a model. At this stage, a part of training data is used to find out model parameters such as coefficient of a polynomial and weight of machine learning with the help of minimizing the error for given data set. The remaining data are used to test the model. Whatever you have data, you use this data to test the model. These two steps are generally repeated a number of times in order to improve the performance of your model. What is the purpose of this step? To improve the performance of your model. You have to use this step repeated. Next step, parameter selection. It involves the selection of parameters associated with the training, which are called a hyperparameter. Parameter selection is the steps of machine learning life cycle. It involves the selection of parameters associated with training, which are called hyperparameter. These parameters controls the effectiveness of training process. Hence, ultimately the performance of model depend on this. They are very much crucial for successful production of machine learning model. These steps is for successful production of machine learning model. Next is transfer learning. Since there are a lot of benefits in reusing machine learning models across various domains, thus, in spite of fact that a model cannot be transferred between different domains directly, hence it is used for providing a starting material for beginning the training of next stage model. In that stage, transfer learning, there are lots of benefit of that step. For what? Reusing the machine learning model. We reuse this model. In fact, model cannot be transferred between different domain directly because it is providing starting material for a beginner and training of next stage model. It significantly reduces the training time. Yes, it reduces the training time. Next, model verification. The input of this stage is trained the model produced by the model learning stage, and output is verified model that provides sufficient information to allow user to determine whether the model is suitable for its intended application. You have to choose whether which application or which model is selected. Whatever model you have selected to test it, this model is suitable for your machine learning life cycle. If yes, it's no problem. But if problem is going on that model, means you have to select one model out of 4 to 5 models. If model is correct running, then no problem. If model is not working properly, then you have to change the model. This you use supervised learning for your machine learning model. Then this model is not properly working for your data. Then you change this model and check it. Which model you have selected, this also is suitable for your data. This stage of machine learning life cycle is concerned with the fact that model is working properly when treated with input that are unseen. Because your input is not displayed. Next stage, deploy the machine learning model. After all process finished, you have to deploy your model. In this stage, machine learning life cycle we apply to integrate machine learning model into processes and applications. You have model, processes or application. Out of this, you got one. The ultimate aim of this stage is proper functionality of the model after deployment. What is the aim of this model? Your model is properly functional. Your functionality is correct. All work, all stages work properly. The model should be deployed in such a way that they can be used for inference as well as they should be updated regularly. After the deployment, you want updated regularly. Last stage is monitoring. Yes, monitoring is most important step of machine learning life cycle. In every application, this step is very important. You see in monitoring stage your model how to do, how it's work, what's problem are performed, all question answer is there. All questions in monitoring stage and answer also there. It involves the inclusion of safety measures for the assurance of proper operation of the model during its lifespan. In order to make this happen, proper management and updating are required. In that state, your management is proper. Updating also required. Means whenever you add new feature in your model, you want to update your model or application. Okay, these are the steps of machine learning life cycle process. First one, which is building the machine learning model. First step is building the machine learning model. Next, data preparation. Next, model training. Next, parameter selection, model verification, deploy the machine learning model, and last one is monitoring. Each and every machine learning application going on that 8 step. You know the SDLC model. There are 7 steps. Same like first data analysis, next design, next after the design there is coding, testing, maintenance. In SDLC model there are 7 to 8 steps, 7 steps. Same like their machine learning model also 8 steps. Your machine learning application is going on each step. You have to build the model, you have to prepare your data for model, you have to use different model for training, you have to use parameter selection, next transfer learning, next after the learning process, then you have to verify your selected model is correct or not, next deploy your machine learning model, and last one is monitoring. Okay. What is the advantages of machine learning life cycle? Machine learning provides the benefit of power, speed, efficiency, and intelligence through learning without explicitly programming these into application. It provides opportunities for improved performance, productivity, robustness. These are the advantages of machine learning model. You have to check your model is powerfully, speedy, efficiency, intelligence, and also you have to provide different opportunity to your model, improve the performance of your model, add the productivity and robustness also. Okay. After life cycle of machine learning, next point is getting started with machine learning. How to start machine learning model? On the basis of first step is on the basis of nature of learning, signal or feedback available to the learning system. On the basis of nature of learning, you know, the signal or feedback available to the learning system. Each and every learning system, there is signal and there is feedback. You know the supervised learning. For example, the computer is presented with example input and their desired output given by the teacher, and goal is to learn a general rule that map input to output. Yes, you know the input to output in computer. The training process continuously until the model achieve the desired level of accuracy on the training data. You know, when you got correct output, then you stop your work. Same like the training process continuously until the module achieve the desired level of accuracy. Okay, some real life examples are image classification. You train with images or labels. Then in the future, you give a new image, expecting that computer will recognize the new objects. Market prediction or regression. You are trained the computer with historical market data. Okay, you train your computer historical market data, ask the computer to predict the new price in the future. Yes, you predict what is the new price in the future. Next, unsupervised learning. No labels are given to the learning algorithm. Yes, in supervised learning there is no labels, unprocessed data in unsupervised learning. Leaving it on its own to find structure in its input, it is used for clustering. Clustering means analyzing your data, population in different groups. Unsupervised learning can be goal in itself, means discovering happen pattern in your data. Next, clustering. You ask your computer to separate similar data into cluster. This is essential in research and science. Next, high dimensional visualization. Use the computer to help us visualize high dimensional data. Yes, with the help of computer, we visualize your high dimensional data. Next, generative model. After a model capture the probability distribution of your input data, it will be able to generate more data. This can be very useful to make your classifier more robust. This simple diagram which clear the concept of supervised and unsupervised learning in show below. Okay, this is supervised learning, this is unsupervised learning. Means your data labeling in supervised learning. In unsupervised learning, your data is not labeling. Then you have to find out whatever data is going, where we put this data. You don't know in unsupervised learning what exactly data, where we store that data, because there is no labeling. But in supervised learning, all data stored in label format. With the help of label, you can access faster data. As you see clearly, the data is supervised learning is labeled, whereas data is unsupervised learning is unlabeled. Next, semi-supervised learning. Problems where you have a large amount of input data and only some of that data is labeled. Yes, in supervised learning, you provide a large amount of data, and out of that data, you labeled some data. Okay. That process is called a semi-supervised learning problems. Problems where you have large amount of input data and only some of these are labeled are called a semi-supervised learning problem. These problems sit in between both supervised and unsupervised learning. Means semi-supervised learning means in between supervised and unsupervised learning. In between semi-supervised learning is put. These problems sit in between both supervised and unsupervised learning. For example, a photo archive where only some the image are labeled. Yes, dog, cat, person, and majority are unlabeled. Yes, good example. Reinforcement learning. Computer program interact with dynamic environment in which it must perform a certain goal, such driving a vehicle, playing a game against the opponent. The program is provided feedback in terms of rewards and punishments as it navigates its problem space. Here is the example: agent or environment. Action A, state, reward. Okay. These are on the basis of nature of machine learning. When you start your machine learning model designing or creating, how we start? First, on the basis of nature, you can start. Second, on the basis of output desired from machine learning system. On the basis of output. First one, classification. Input are divided into two or more classes. Yes, in classification supervised learning, your input is divided into many parts, and the learner must produce a model that assigns unseen input to one or more of these classes. This is typically tackled in supervised way. Scan filtering is the example of classification. Yes, in scan there are multiple parts of your mail where input are from email and other are from messages. And these are the classes are spam and not spam. Next point is regression on the basis of output. It also usually supervised learning problem, but the output are continuously rather than discrete. For example, predicting the stock prices using historical data. Yes, predicting the stock prices. When we decide this is the price of your product with the help of your historical data or your stock, you decide what exactly price of your product. An example of classification and regression on two different data set is shown. This is the classification stage. They are divided into two parts. In regression, there is no any division. Your data in arbitrary form because you predict your output from your stock or historical data. In classification, whatever data you divide this data. Okay, next one, clustering. Here, a set of input is to be divided into groups. Unlike classification, the groups are not known beforehand, making this typically an unsupervised task. As you can see in the example below, the given data set points have been divided into groups. Yes, in clustering, you have to divide your data into groups. The given data set points have been divided into groups identifiable by the colors red, green, and blue. Depending on your figure of your data or your observation, after observing your data, you have decided what is the label for that date. You apply all label on your data. After that, you divide your same labeling data in one group. This process is done in clustering. Next, density estimation. The task is to find distribution of input in some space. Yes, dimensionally reduction. You know, I explained this. In application of machine learning model, it simplify input by mapping them into lower dimensional space. Topic modeling is a related problem where program is given a list of human language documents and is tasked to find which documents cover similar topics. Okay. On the basis of this machine learning task or problems, we have number of algorithms on the basis of nature and second on the basis of your output. Yes, we have a number of algorithms which are used to accomplish this task. Yes, some commonly used machine learning algorithms are linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, support vector machine, naive Bayes, k nearest neighbors, k-means, random forest. Out of this algorithm, you use one algorithm for developing or to start your machine learning model on the basis of your nature and on the basis of your output. You have to complete your task. We use different algorithm. Okay. Next, the terminologies of machine learning. What is the terminology of machine learning? First, model. A model is specific representation. Sorry. A model is a specific representation learned from data by applying some machine learning algorithm. Okay, it's called model. A model is called a hypothesis, also named as hypothesis. A machine learning model is mathematically representation of real world process. Yes, machine learning model is mathematical representation of real world process. Machine learning algorithm along with training data build a machine learning model. What is the feature? A feature is individual measurable property of your data. A set of numeric feature can be conventionally described by a new feature vector. What is the feature vector? It's feed your input to the model. It is the use of feature vector to feed your input to your model. For example, in order to predict a fruit, there may be feature like a color, smell, taste, etc. The feature is measurable property or parameter of the data set. Note, choosing informative, discriminating, and independent feature is crucial steps for effective algorithm. We generally employ a feature extractor to extract the relevant feature from your raw data. Next point, we explain feature vector. It is the set of multiple numeric feature. We use it as an input to the machine learning model for training and prediction purposes. Next, what is the target in machine learning model? The target variable or label is the value to be predicted by our model. For the fruit example, we discussed the feature section. The label with each set of input would be name of the fruit like apple, orange, banana, etc. The value that machine learning model has to predict is called a target or label. The value of machine learning model to predict the target, to assign the label. Next terminology is training. The idea is to give a set of input and its expected output. So after training, we will have a model that will then map new data to one of the category input trained on. Prediction. Once our model is ready, when your model is ready, it can be fed a set of input to which it will be provided a predicted output. Once the machine learning model is ready, it can be fed with input data to provide predicted output. Overfitting. When massive amount of data trains a machine learning model, it tends to learn from the noise and inaccurate data entries. Here the model fails to characterize the data correctly. Overfitting. When your massive amount of data trained, okay, in machine learning model, it's your responsibility to train, to learn from this noise and inaccurate data entries. Your model fails to characterize the data correctly. What is the underfitting? It is scenario when model fails to decipher the underlying trend in the input data. Why you are underfitting your model? It destroys the accuracy. Yes, it destroys the accuracy of machine learning model. Simple term, the model or algorithm does not fit the data well enough. Okay. Following is the diagram. Terminology of machine learning. First label, next input. In first green diagram, first block, point 1 is training, your training model. In that first label, directly go to the, when you assign label on your data, you directly go to the machine learning algorithm, you choose one algorithm for your data, then go to the classifier your model, then classification you have labeled on it. Okay, next step, first give the input to your feature extraction, then your features is divided into multiple blocks. After choose your machine learning algorithm, after that classify your model, and finally assign the label of your model. Next block is prediction. You assign input. Next, analyze the feature extraction. Divide your feature in multiple blocks. Apply different classifier model. And applying the label. This is the terminology of machine learning. Got it? All of you got it? The basic terminology of machine learning. See, simple message to me. Okay, one question is there. On what basis we decide that our machine learning model is underfitting or overfitting? First, when your model developed, first goes to your model in machine learning life cycle. Each and every step you have to check it. Go to step by step. What are the steps of machine learning life cycle? First is building the machine learning model. First, you have to build your machine learning model. Then prepare your data. Which data you want? This life cycle is totally same like SDLC. In SDLC, you have to develop software. In machine learning, we have to develop a model. For application or software, we go for 7 steps. For model development, you have to go 8 steps. Depending on that basis, you decide your machine learning model is overfitting or underfitting. Clear it? Okay. Okay. Anybody have any problem? Got it? 2 points, life cycle of machine learning, and second one is basic terminology of machine learning. Give me simple message. Two points are clear. Anybody have any problem? Then ask me in chat box. I will wait. If no any problem, then put one message. No problem. Student, anybody have any problem? Ask in chat box. Okay, thank you. Next point, we start understanding how machine learning can help. How machine learning can help. Machine learning is important because it gives enterprises a view of trends in customer behavior and business operational pattern. Yes, machine learning is important because it gives enterprises views of trends in in customer behavior and business operational patterns, and also it supports the development of new products. Many of today's leading companies such as Facebook, Google, Uber make machine learning a central part of their operations. Yes, many of the companies are uses machine learning model. They use as a central part of their operations. Machine in previous in last I think few years, Facebook uses machine learning concept for friend suggestion box. Okay. Machine learning has become a significant competitive differentiator for many companies. How does supervised machine learning work? We see one by one, we see the classification of machine learning. In that we see three parts of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Okay, what is the help of machine learning? How machine learning can help us? We see depending on the classification or types of machine learning model. In first type, how does supervised machine learning work? Supervised machine learning requires the data scientist to train the algorithm with both labeled input and desired output. Supervised learning algorithms are good for following tasks: for binary classification, divide data into two categories; multi-class classification, choosing between more than two types of answer; yes, regression modeling, predicting the continuous values; assembly, combination the prediction of multiple machine learning models to produce the accurate prediction. Okay, how supervised machine learning work? With the help of these four tasks: binary classification, multi-class classification, regression modeling, assembly. Depending on that task, our supervised machine learning model work. Next, how does unsupervised machine learning work? Unsupervised machine learning algorithm do not require data to be labeled. Yes. They shift through unlabeled data to look for patterns that can be used to group data points into subset. Most type of deep learning include the neural network or unsupervised algorithm. Unsupervised learning algorithm are good for following tasks: for clustering, splitting the data set into groups based on the similarity, anomaly detection, identifying the unusual data points into data set, association mining, identify the sets of data item in data set for frequently occur together, dimensionality reduction, reducing the number of variable in the data set. You reduce your data set variables. Okay, with the help of four tasks, unsupervised machine learning works. Clustering your data, anomaly detection your data, association mining we use on your data, dimensional reduction we use on your data. These are the working points of unsupervised learning. Next, how does semi-supervised work? In between supervised and unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning work. Semi-supervised learning work by data scientists feeding a small amount of labeled training data to an algorithm. From this, the algorithm will run the dimensional of data set, which it can then apply to new unlabeled data. The performance of algorithm typically improve when they train on labeled data sets, but labeling data can be time consuming. Yes, this process is time consuming. You have to label each and every data. Consume your time. That is expensive. Supervised learning strikes. Supervised learning and efficiency of unsupervised learning. Semi-supervised learning strikes a middle ground between performance of supervised learning and the efficiency of unsupervised learning. Some areas where semi-supervised learning is used. What are the areas where we use semi-supervised learning? That is machine translation, fraud detection, labeling data. Next, okay, these are machine translation, fraud detection, and labeling data. In that field, we use semi-supervised learning. This learning process is only on that field. Most of model we use supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. There are limited areas where we use semi-supervised learning process, that are machine translation, fraud detection, and labeling data. Only this area we use semi-supervised learning. Machine translation means teaching algorithm to translate language based on the less than a full dictionary of word. Next, fraud detection, identify the cases of fraud when you only have a few positive examples. Labeling data, algorithm trained on small data set can learn to apply data labels to larger set automatically. Okay, these three areas where we use semi-supervised learning. Next, how does reinforcement learning work? Reinforcement learning work by programming an algorithm with a distinct goal and prescribed a set of rules for accomplishing that goal. Data scientists also program the algorithm to seek positive reward which it receives when it performs an action that is beneficial towards the ultimate goal. Avoid the punishments which it receives when it performs an action that gets it farther away from ultimate goal. Reinforcement learning is used in areas such as robotics, video game play, resource management. These are the area we use reinforcement learning in robotics field, in video game play, and resource management field. We use reinforcement learning because in that learning we use prescribed set of rules for accomplishing the goal. Data scientists also use to seek the positive rewards which is beneficial towards the ultimate goal. In robotics, robots can learn to perform tasks the physically world using this technique. Okay. Next, video game play. Reinforcement learning has been used to teach bots to play a number of video games. Resource management. Given finite resource and definite goal, reinforcement learning can help enterprises plan out how to allocate resources. Next point is who's using machine learning and what's it used for. Next point is who's using machine learning and what's it used for. Today, machine learning is used in wide range of application. Perhaps one of the most well-known example of machine learning in action is recommendation engine that power Facebook new feeds. Facebook uses machine learning to personalize how each member's feed is delivered. If member frequently stop to read particular group's post, the recommendation engine will start to show more of that group actively earlier in the feed. This is the example of machine learning model. Behind the scene, the engine is attempting to reinforce known pattern in the member's online behavior. Should the member change pattern and fail to read post from the group in the coming week, the new feed will adjust accordingly. In addition to recommendation engine, other uses for machine learning include the following steps. First, okay, due to battery, we stop here. Okay, this point we cover on next lecture. Okay, 1 minute. I don't have now charger of my laptop. Just a minute. We continue this point in next lecture. Okay, 1 minute. You can leave now. All of you, I take screenshot of your presenting. I take screenshot.